Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, oh my goodness, wake the hell up, turn the volume up. We got this week's episode of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Cobold, joined by my guy, Maxwell Faulkner. Maxie, what's going on, brother?
Oh man, just another day here in beautiful Tennessee, Breezy. Now, Breezy, last week I was telling you about the cicada situation that's happening here, right?
You filled us in with a little fun fact last week, yeah.
All right, well, I got a good story for you now. All right, so just happened yesterday. My wife and I, we were going on a nice hike, okay, and I'm eyeing the cicada that's flying. Okay, my windows are down. All right, I'm eyeing the cicada, and I'm already thinking in my head, no, he's not flying towards us. Like he's not gonna fly into the car. No way. Like it's not gonna happen. And sure enough, this freaking cicada comes into the car. I'm driving, by the way. All right, I'm driving. Claudia screams, ah! We got Luna start barking. And I'm like, okay, everyone, settle down. You know, I'm swerving in and out of lanes.
Oh,
this freaking,
my.
Cicada.
Over a cicada.
All over the cicada. All right. And finally we stop. I see it's on the floor. I pick it up by its wings, and then I just throw it out the window. But that was something, Breezy. You know, how embarrassing would that have been if a cop pulled me over and said, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah, are you drunk? Are you drunk?
Sorry, sir. Freaking cicada flew in through the window and hit me right in the face, and you know, I lost it. You know,
Lost all cool, lost all composure. Well, I mean,
freaking story, true story.
We would all assume that it wouldn't fly in the car, so it definitely caught you off guard. Definitely.
So we've been driving with the windows up now with the AC on, and now I'm looking. These cicadas are literally flying into the windows of other cars. I literally see them.
Oh man.
They're just trying to get in there. I don't know what's. I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, back to back weeks on a cicada update. I like it. It. You never know what you're going to get here on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast.
No. Apparently, we're supposed to have them until at least late June. So I'll keep you updated on the cicadas here.
Got another 5-6 weeks of that, huh?
Yeah, 5-6 weeks of winter. You know, but 5-6 weeks of cicadas. Breezy.
Nice.
I heard that you went on a camping trip this weekend out in nature. Speaking of cicadas, you see any cicadas out there?
No cicadas out there. No really wildlife. We went, Kelly, Bentley, and I, just the three of us. We went down to Buena Vista, Colorado, about 215 southwest of Denver. Arguably the most beautiful spot of Colorado. I mean, you can argue it. Beautiful down in Buena Vista, but unfortunately we had some rough weather. It snowed on us. Both mornings, probably till about noon or 1. It snowed for a few hours. Got down into the low 30s at night, and our fucking heater in our camper went out on us for the first time. Our heater in our camper went out on us. Low 30s. We're from Indiana, okay? We're not weenies. We're not going to pack up and go home, okay? We just bundled up extra blankets. Bentley definitely was putting off heat. But yeah.
Is it mating season?
Maybe. In some places it is. But we went to Mount Pleasant Hot Springs. So had a good soak all Saturday long. Very nice with those views. It wasn't snowing during the days, just in the mornings. But definitely threw us off with that heater going out. We didn't know what to do, but we got warm and we stayed cool. We stayed for 2 nights, 3 days. So beautiful. Buena Vista, Colorado. Go check it out.
Those hot springs, Breezy, considering you guys are hippies, you guys were butt naked in those hot springs.
I knew that was going to be
You guys were butt naked in those hot springs. I knew it was coming.
I knew that was going to be the question, but no, because it's a resort. It's a resort, so there's kids, but yes, we have been to nude hot springs. Okay, if you haven't done that, you should expand your horizons. Just man-made hot springs out there. Don't have to wear nothing. Okay. But we are a sports podcast here, and we're going to be covering 2 sports today, Max. The MLB and the NBA. First time, am I wrong here? First time really hitting some MLB.
I mean, we talked about Shohei Ohtani a little bit because Shohei Ohtani is the man, but
Our
actually, it
favorite
wasn't
player.
on any bright notes. It was about his freaking interpreter, Ipe who,
Yeah.
another update on that, I believe he's going to jail because he pleaded guilty. I don't know if we brought that up a few weeks ago, but yeah, see ya. And it appears to be that Shohei Ohtani's back on track, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later, everybody. Can't wait to talk baseball, Cole Breezy. It's heating up now.
Yeah. We're mid May. We've had 5, 6, 7 weeks or so of baseball, and we spent a lot of time covering the MLB last summer. Not going to be as much this summer, but we still want to hit on it for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Max, before we get into our first topic, where can the people find this episode?
Yes. So everybody, we're here on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, Instagram, and Twitter or X. Same thing. Please like, comment, and subscribe as you've been doing, Cole Breezy. We want to thank everyone for coming out to the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast tonight. Go Breezy, check out this number.
Oh, 1.44.
1.44, in case we weren't realizing. Last week we were at 1.37. All right, that's
Hey,
plus 70. Or we might be closer to 80 than we are so hey,
thank you.
thank you everybody. We
Thank you.
appreciate you. Bring those subscribers up.
Keep bringing them. But our first topic today is first sport today is going to be the NBA. First topic, we got to get into the playoffs update. Okay, we're in the conference semifinals. There's 4 rounds going on right now. Just a couple bullet points here on each. The Celtics, the Boston Celtics, closed out the Cavs last night. Gentlemen sweep 4-1. No Donovan Mitchell here in games 4 and 5. Okay, automatic losses when you don't have a star like that.
Mm-hmm.
Boston, this is their 3rd straight trip to the Eastern Conference Finals, and it's going to be their 6th Eastern Conference Finals appearance in the last 8 years. That's damn impressive. Those 5 previous trips, though, they're 1-4. They're 1-4 in the Eastern Conference Finals in those 5, so only one finals appearance in 2022. Max, what do you think about the Celtics taking down the Cavs, moving on to the conference finals again?
Hey, the Celtics have an elite core. Okay, they got Jason Tatum, they got freaking Jalen Brown, they got Al Horford, the veteran. They got who's the Derek White, who's a veteran. They got some other guys down there that
Sleeping on NBA champion Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday, big pickup there, big pickup.
Porzingis, if he comes back.
Oh yeah, Porzingis. You keep forgetting about Porzingis because when he plays, he's damn good, but he's always injured. He reminds me of Anthony Davis, other than being less a pussy. But one thing I will say about the Boston Celtics, ever since Brad Stevens took that head coaching job, the Celtics have been back to their elite form. Honestly, now he's the president, right? President,
Something in the
president of
front office.
operations. He's up there. He's up there. Dude, he knows what he's talking about. Okay, we've known Brad Stevens since freaking Butler when he went to 2 championships in a row, lost both of them sadly, back to back. At Butler, the heck? Are you kidding me? Hell of a coach. But yeah, also he knows what he's doing up in the main office. Celtics, not only are you looking at an NBA Finals this season, but I think more seasons are going to be coming. I mean, you already said it, Breezy. 6. What was that? 6 out of
6 in the last 8. 6 in the last 8 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Brad Stevens, he spent 8 seasons as the Celtics head coach. This is his 3rd as the president of basketball operations. Just won the 2024 NBA Basketball Executive of the Year, Brad Stevens.
Well done, Brad Stevens.
Another series, a good one here. Dallas, the Mavericks are currently beating the Thunder 3-2. That game 5 was last night. Let's not forget the Thunder. They're the youngest team to ever win a playoff series. Shout out to that. The youngest team to ever win a playoff series.
Get that.
This is probably my biggest nugget of the day right here, Max. The Thunder have 2 points. 2 points in this entire playoffs from a player older than 25. 2 points. Kenrich Williams had a bucket in the first round. No other player on the Thunder older than 25 has scored. That's crazy to me.
That is nuts.
1 seed, the Thunder are here to stay. Look out. But this series is going to come down to Luka and Kyrie. I think those 2 big stars right there. They are currently averaging 38.2 combined points through these 5 games of this series. They averaged 59.5 during the regular season combined. 59.5 during the regular season, 38.2 this series. I'm shocked that they're up 3-2. Max, did they close it out game 6 in Dallas?
Oh, it is going to be hard for those Oklahoma City Thunder to go up against Luka Doncic and take him down at Dallas. Okay, Kyrie's a champion. Luka, top 5 player in the game, top 5, easy. It's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. I could see this going game 7. I could see it going back to Oklahoma City. And again, like you said, I'm also surprised with these Dallas Mavericks because what else is happening on that team? You know, you got those two big time names.
PJ Washington has really broken out.
Okay. They needed a big guy. They needed a big guy.
Multiple games with some big threes. Derek Jones had 19 points last night. He starts at the 3. You got Daniel Gafford at the 5. Derek Lively off the bench. It's not a lot of big names.
Not a lot of big names, but they're doing what they're supposed to. And, Luka's doing his thing. He had a triple-double last night. I think it was 30, 10, and 11 around there. Might have been 10, 10.
Impressive.
He's a triple-double machine. When teams have a player like that, I mean, these guys can go all the way. We saw that with the Giannis. We saw it with LeBron. We saw it with LeBron, right? And Luka might be able to do it again, but that's too soon to tell. I think that Luka and Kyrie with the Mavs take down that young Oklahoma City team. But like you said, Cobrizi, Oklahoma City, you guys have a lot to look forward to because this young team is here, like you said, here to stay.
Yeah. The other series in the West, also 3-2. Denver has won 3 in a row after losing to Minnesota 2 at home here.
How about that?
A couple interesting nuggets. This series has been a lot of fun. This is the 8th time in NBA playoff history that the road team has won the first 4 games of a series, okay? Minnesota came here, won the first 2. Denver went to Minnesota, won the next 2. 8th time that's ever happened. 5 teams have gone on to win a series after losing the first 2 games at home. All 5 won those games 3 and 4 on the road. Only 5 teams have won the series after losing the first 2 at home. Denver's trying to make it 6. Anthony Edwards is still balling. He beat his previous playoff franchise record for Minnesota. He's got a new one in game 4, 44 points in game 4, new franchise playoff record for the T-Wolves. This is his 4th 40-point playoff game at age 22 or younger. Only Luka has more with 5. Jokic. Nikola Jokic.
MVP.
In game 5, he became the second player ever to have a playoff game of 40-plus points, 10-plus assists, with 0 turnovers.
Whoa.
Yeah. 40-plus points, 10-plus assists with 0 turnovers. Only Chris Paul can say that. This is also the second time a center has gone for 40-plus points and 10-plus assists in a playoff game. The other instance was Jokic last year against the Suns. 40-plus points and 10-plus assists by a center in a playoff game. He's the only one to do it. Max, we talked about Rudy Gobert, I believe, last week on this podcast, winning his 4th Defensive Player of the Year award. We've never seen a Defensive Player of the Year get abused like Rudy Gobert is getting abused by Nikola Jokic. One-on-one matchups in Game 5 alone when Gobert was guarding Jokic. Jokic shot 8 of 9. Right hand, left hand, spin, fake. Oh, my goodness. Gobert looks like Jokic's little sister guarding him down there, okay? Never have we seen a Defensive Player of the Year get abused like this guy is getting abused by Jokic. Max, what do you think about this Nuggets T-Wolves series 3-2 and who can Denver close it out in Minnesota tonight?
Real quick, Rudy Gobert again. Man, he's got some bruises up and down that body, man. You kidding me? Go put some ice on it. He's got to do an ice plunge, right? Ice plunge. Just jump into a bucket of ice. In Minnesota, you can just go jump into a river, right? Just cut a hole like for ice fishing, but just jump right down. Fargo style. Fargo. Good show, good movie. But Jokic, I mean, it just goes to show you in a scoring league, the best offensive player is going to take down the best defensive player. That's how it's going to be. Okay, I love to see it, and I expect nothing less. Like we were saying, oh, this is going to be a great matchup. Yes, It is, still is, but
Still is.
come on. Like we knew Jokic was going to get his. He always does. He's done it for I don't even know how many years he's been in the league now, but ever since he got into the league, especially his 3 MVP seasons, should have been 4. So
Should have been.
I think that you know what I'm gonna spice it up a little bit. We talked about this when the series first started. That I think we can go Game 7. I think we
Okay.
go Game 7. Let's go.
Okay.
I think that
Okay.
Minnesota gets hot
Nice.
at home, takes them to gets back to Denver, and then you
Mhm.
guys are gonna go party because they're gonna be going to the NBA conference or Western Conference Finals come Sunday. Is that the next game? Sunday?
Game 7 would be Sunday. Yeah. Game 7 would be Sunday. Zach's actually on his way up here in a little bit. Gonna meet up with me. We're gonna go take the train down, get off at Ball Arena, go to Brooklyn's right by the arena, trying to get in the atmosphere for this one.
Nice.
But I predicted a 6-game series to start, and I'm gonna stick to that. I think Denver closes her out here tonight, boys. I
I
think
like
Denver
it.
gets them tonight.
I like it.
Not enough help for Anthony Edwards. He is the dog. He is the man. Not enough help. Big
I'm
pussy cat.
I'm
Anthony
sorry.
Towns.
Are they at home, Cole?
Nope.
Oh
In
yeah. Okay.
Minnesota.
Okay. Sorry.
In Minnesota. Yep.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Big pussy cat. Carl Anthony Towns ain't enough help. Last series we want to talk about are my Indiana Pacers. Currently down right now, 3-2 to the Knicks. Okay. Let's talk about Brunson real quick. Jalen Big Body Brunson. He's averaging 34 points per game in these playoffs. He's played 11 games in these playoffs, 34 points per game. Since 1990, only 4 players have averaged 34 points through their team's first 11 playoff games. Brunson, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Brunson he's having a hell of a playoffs. A hell of a playoffs. People are talking about him being one of the best Knicks ever already, which is a little premature for me, but he's having a hell of a playoffs. The Pacers, they lost the first 2, won the next 2 at home, undefeated in the playoffs at home this year. Haven't lost a home game since like mid-March. Hell of an atmosphere, home crowd for the Pacers. Kicked their ass on Sunday. Went to New York for Game 5. Got 30 boned, 30 boned blowout. But at the end of the day, Max, the Knicks are so banged up. No Julius Randle, no OG Anunoby, no Bojan Bogdanovic, no Mitchell Robinson.
Wow.
Brunson's got a hurt foot. Josh Hart is playing 45, 48 minutes most games. I don't think these guys have enough legs. I predicted a Pacers 7-game series win at the beginning of this thing. I think they get Game 6 tomorrow night, Friday night in Indianapolis. Then they go quick turnaround. Believe it's a 1:00 Mountain Time tip-off Sunday for Game 7. New York, they're going to be too tired, no legs. Shots are going to be short. Pacers in 7. What do you think about Brunson and the Pacers and Knicks series?
I still can't believe the Knicks have the lead right now, as far as this goes, especially with all the banged upness that we just brought up. Did we see Jalen Brunson, by the way, is phenomenal, but did we all see him buckle? What's his first name? Naismith's knee? What's
Was
his
it
first name?
was it Nemhard or Neesmith?
I think it was Neesmith. I'm pretty sure it was Neesmith.
Was it the left hand in and out and then to the hoop?
To the hoop, and then but he missed the shot, but they called goaltending, so it counted. I'm pretty sure that was Naismith. He buckled his knee. All right. Normally you break the ankles. No, he buckled his knee.
Yeah.
Strap him in a high chair in the back seat of your car, kids or parents. All right, because your kid is unbuckled. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. You know what I meant. Okay. Yeah, Jalen Brunson's balling, man. But I also agree with you. I think the Pacers are going to take it home. I think that I like it.
With
I
me.
like it. I think they have more talent. Jalen, like, can we just get a damn hand up on Jalen Brunson?
My
You mean to tell me
goodness.
you got no defensive players that can shut him down, or like,
So
how about just a couple plays? Can you shut him down a couple plays?
Andrew Nemhard was guarding him the first 2 games when he was cooking, and then Rick Carlisle put Aaron Neesmith on him, which is what I said here on the podcast. Everybody's giving Rick Carlisle credit for it. It's not that hard of a decision to make. You put a bigger guy on him. Nemhard's smaller than Brunson. Put Neesmith on him. That's probably our best option. Maybe Siakam, but we might not have anybody to stop him. But he could have 50, and if we shut everybody else down, we're still going to win.
I like it.
Max, let's move on to some breaking news out of the NBA.
Oh, baby.
San Antonio Spurs big man Victor Wembanyama has won the Rookie of the Year award unanimously. 6 other players have also won the Rookie of the Year award unanimously. Lou Alcindor, who we know as Kareem, Ralph Sampson, the Admiral David Robinson, Blake Griffin,
Oh,
Damian Lillard, and the big pussycat Karl Anthony Towns. Wembanyama, the 7'4" #1 pick from France, played 71 games this year and averaged 21.4 points, 10.6 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 1.2 steals, and led the league with 3.6 blocks per game.
wow. Wow.
Second place, Walker Kessler and Brook Lopez tied in second place with 2.4 blocks per game. Wembanyama had 3.6. Okay. 3.6 blocks per game is tied for 36th all time in the NBA for a season. Tied for 36th
okay.
all time. Okay. That's going to be, he's going to be in the top 20, top 15 next year. And it's actually an interesting list. If you look at that list, Mark Eaton, I believe, has 4 of the top 15 seasons. Manute Bol has 2 in the top 10. So it's an interesting list. Mark Eaton blocking over 5 shots a game. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Max, the Victor Wembanyama shot 47% from the floor, 80% from the line, and 33% from deep. The
Nice.
voting, 80% from the line. That tells
Heck
me
yeah.
that
Heck
tells me
yeah.
that 3-point percentage is going to come up.
Uh-huh.
The voting for Rookie of the Year this season, Wemby had 495 points. Chet Holmgren was runner-up with 295 points. He received all but 1 second-place vote. Brandon Miller was third with 86 points. Jaime Jaquez Jr., first-team All-Rookie with 10 points.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, Brandon Podziemski for the Golden State Warriors out of Santa Clara. He had 4 points. And then the big man for Dallas, Derek Lively, received 1 third-place vote. So that was your top 6 rookies. What do you think about Wembanyama's season, Max?
Phenomenal season. You're averaging 20 points in 10 your rookie year. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You know, I would say that it was expected, but I wasn't expecting a double-double with 3.6 blocks. I was not expecting
4
that.
assists,
Maybe
over a
15,
steal.
maybe like 15 and 8. You know, like
Sure.
that's what I was thinking for a rookie, but no, dude, this guy's
Not
an
this guy.
all-star. Yeah, no, he's different. He's different. I understand. 7'4", plays like a guard. I mean, ridiculous,
Mhm.
ridiculous. But Spurs fans, hey, congratulations! You guys have
Congratulations.
another elite player on your team. You probably haven't been this excited since Timmy D, my boy Timmy D. So you got a lot to look forward to, and congratulations to Wembanyama. I think we expected him to win Rookie of the Year. You know, him
Oh
being
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah. That
Yeah.
in a landslide for sure.
Yes.
It was unanimous.
Yeah.
And San Antonio's about to get him even more young help because they received the number 4 pick and they got the number
Ooh.
8 pick from Toronto. So they have 4th and 8th, 2 top
Wow.
8 picks. Might be able to package that, move up. I don't know what they want to do
Wow.
because they've
Get
got a
Zach
lot of
Edey.
young guys.
Zach Edey. Get Edey down low, and then you got Wembanyama as your point guard, basically. Come on.
That'd be something.
Come on. That'd be fun.
That's something to think about.
We'll talk about Edey when the NBA draft comes up again, because I got a lot to talk about, but
For
not right
sure.
now.
We got into a little discussion with Anthony Edwards, how he's probably the face of the NBA moving forward. I want to put Wembanyama right there with him. I
Yeah.
think those two guys are looking like they're going to be multiple MVPs, multiple conversations. Every year, these guys are going to be battling for MVP. I'll put SGA, Shea Gilgeous
Yeah.
Alexander in there. I'll put Luka in there. And I'll even
Mhm.
put Jason Tatum in there for a top 5 future face of the NBA.
I like that. That's a solid 5 right there, Cobreezy.
And let's not forget, Victor Wembanyama was runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year this season. I mean, he's going to have multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. Zach, another shout out for Zach. He actually took me to the Spurs Nuggets game back in November to see Wembanyama. And I just remember he's guarding a guy in the corner, arms out, and he's able to protect the rim while also getting a hand up for the shooter in the corner. Like he's in both spots. He's 7'4" with an 8-foot wingspan. Victor Wembanyama is special.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Moving on this week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. Our favorite sport here is college basketball. We got a little bit of news out of the sport that we got to talk about because Utah State big man and reigning Mountain West Conference Player of the Year, Great Osobor, will be transferring to Washington after agreeing to NIL deals worth $2 million. Okay,
Wow.
that's the reason we're talking about this. He will be following Mountain West Conference Coach of the Year, Danny Sprinkle, again. Osobor played for Sprinkle at Montana State for 2 seasons before following him to Utah State last year. These guys have been to 3 straight NCAA tournaments. They were a 14 seed each of the 2 years at Montana State, and they were 8 seed last year before they got waxed by your Purdue Boilermakers.
Was it a 50 ball? Might have been six. Might have been 60.
I'll look
We're
it up,
pushing
but
closer to 60.
yeah, no. Utah State was picked preseason number 9 last year and won the Mountain West Conference. They were picked to finish number 9 in the conference, and they won it. Shout out to Sprinkle. Shout out to Osobor. He was the player of the year in the conference, averaging 17.7 points, 9 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 1.3 steals, and 1.4 blocks. He's playing a little D.
Mm-hmm.
These $2 million of NIL deals will be the highest known NIL value in college basketball next season. Max, does Danny Sprinkle and Great Osobor get the Washington Huskies, who are now in the Big Ten, back into the NCAA tournament?
Oh, man. With the big-time name in Great Osobor coming along with his coach to play at bigger school. Washington Huskies just went to the NCAA College Football Championship. You can't, don't sleep on that. Big-time school. I think they can get in there. Okay, I think that, Big Ten is going to be a little bit tough, but you know what? Big Ten was a little bit soft last year, I must say. They're a little bit soft, so why not come into this league? And a guy with great support, Edie ain't there anymore, so he might be the big guy in that league. He might be the face of maybe the face of the league, but the big guy in the league, the face of the big guys.
Big
So I think they could squeeze into the dance for sure, Cole Breezy. Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait already, man. We're talking college basketball.
Yeah, I know. I think Danny Sprinkle is a phenomenal coach. He was one of my top coaches for Coach of the Year last year after returning nobody from the previous season. I mean, he's been to the tournament 3 straight years, 2 in a row at Montana State, the Bobcats, and then he takes Utah State to an 8 seed. I think Danny Sprinkle's special. I think he can get Washington definitely back dancing again. Reportedly, Max, Kentucky, Texas Tech, and Louisville were all in talks to get Osobor, with Louisville really raising up the price that Washington ended up paying.
Ooh.
Yeah. Moving on this week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, we got some breaking news out of Major League Baseball.
Ooh.
Houston Astros starting pitcher Ronel Blanco has been suspended 10 games after an umpire found a sticky substance on his glove. First base umpire Eric Bacchus, we're going to go with Bacchus, said there was nothing on Blanco's glove when he checked in the middle of the first, but then he discovered the substance when he did his second check before the 4th inning. Quote from Bacchus, "I felt something inside his glove. I felt something inside the glove. It was the stickiest stuff I felt in a glove since we've been doing this for a few years now. The stickiest stuff he's ever felt."
Must have been some Hubba Bubba chewing gum. Hubba Bubba's in there.
Mixed in there. 10% of what was in there. Ronel Blanco, if we forgot, owns the only no-hitter in the major leagues this season. The 30-year-old from the Dominican Republic is enjoying a career season and is 5 innings away from a career high in innings pitched, and we're only in May. Max, that leads me to ask this. Is he having all this success because he's cheating?
I find it hard to believe that because every single game the umpires check the glove. Okay,
Every time it comes off, right?
Every time it comes off, yeah, they check. So He just got caught in that inning. I find it hard to believe, especially if it was the stickiest stuff that umpire has ever felt since
Yeah.
starting this. How would he have gotten away with it up until now? We're like almost 40
Yeah.
games into the season.
Good
No,
point.
no, I don't think he's been cheating. I just think he got unlucky. How about that? I heard it was what's it called? Rosin mixed with
Rosin.
sweat, rosin, one of those.
Rosin. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to think here. It's a good point by you because they literally check him every time he comes
Every
off the
time.
mound. So I'm not gonna say that he's never done this before because I would assume that he has done this before. But yeah, that's a good point by you. Having a career season on your fantasy team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's disappointing, and I'm definitely upset because I'm not going to have him until next weekend, at least until next weekend. But yeah, he has been having a phenomenal season. I think his ERA is at like 2, so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2 ERA with once again a no hitter. So he's one of the top pitchers in the game right now.
Moving along this week in the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, we're bringing up an old segment from last season. Okay, first time this year. The Scuba Steve Team Deep Dive of the Week.
Love it.
And, you know, we did a few of these last year and we got to go back and look and check out those predictions of what we said. But this week, we want to look at the Seattle Mariners, okay, because they're leading the AL West by a game and a half on the Rangers, okay, the defending champion Rangers. Seattle, they're 24-20, got a plus 10 run differential, and they're 5 games back from the Yankees for the American League lead.
All right,
Okay,
all right.
so Seattle's having a good year right now. Okay, beautiful stadium, beautiful stadium. Shout out my
I
guy.
do like it.
Shout out my guy Peter. Took me to a game there when I was living in Seattle. It was all you could eat, all you could drink, sweet. He works for Boeing. If you heard of Boeing,
Mm.
all you could eat, all you could drink, sweet. Had a great time with my guy Peter. Shout out. But the Seattle Mariners this season, let's look at their bats first, Max. Let's look at their hitting stats. They are outside the top 19. Outside the top 19 in batting average, on base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS, runs scored, hits, ribbies, total bases, stolen bases, and they're dead last in strikeouts.
Wow.
Yeah.
You mean dead last, meaning they're not striking out?
No, they're
That's
striking out the
impressive.
most. They're dead
Oh,
last.
okay. Sorry.
They're striking out
They
the
are
most.
striking out the most. Okay.
Yes. They're bottom 19 in all those categories. They only have 2 players ranked in the top 200 in our Yahoo Fantasy Categories League. That is Cal Raleigh, the catcher.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, he's 164th in our Yahoo League, and outfielder Julio Rodriguez, who is 188th, with 2 home runs. Julio
What?
has 2 home runs. Preseason number 5 player in our Yahoo League is 188th with 2 home runs. He was 4th in the MVP voting last year. He's still only 21. We're not going to get worried. But Max, what do you think about these batting stats? The fact that Julio only has 2 homers and Seattle has a winning record.
The fact that they have a winning record's unbelievable considering. What was the pitching stats? I'm sorry, because
We'll get to the pitching after this.
I was going to say the pitching must be doing something very well. They got Luis Castillo on that team. They got a closer in Andres Munoz that throws 110 miles an hour. It seems like. So we'll talk about that in a second. But Julio, only 2 home runs, man. If he's on your fantasy team, obviously you're disappointed. But I would say take a breath. If you got to sit him on your bench for a little bit, that's okay. But don't drop him. Don't worry about trading him.
No.
Because this is a guy that will heat up at any moment. You know, it's not even summertime, Cobrizi. We're still in spring. It's still spring. Okay. He's going to heat up come June 21st, going into that All-Star break. Look out. I'm not worried about it. But those bats need to wake up because leading the league in strikeouts, that's not going to do it. It ain't going to do it.
I look at 12 batting categories for this segment, and they're outside the top 19 in 10 of them. That's awful. That's awful. Looking at the pitchers, you're right, Max. Got some big dogs on the mound here. With their pitching stats, I look at 10 of them. They are first. They lead the majors in quality starts, hits, walks, on base percentage allowed, and whip. They are first in
That's
those
impressive.
5 categories.
That's impressive.
They're 7th in ERA and 8th in earned runs allowed. Okay. That's got to be the best. That has to be the best. Okay. Obviously I didn't look at all the teams, but that has to be the best. Being first in 5 out of 10 categories. Oh my goodness. In our Yahoo head-to-head categories league, we got 5 guys ranked in the top 101. Okay, from on the pitching mound. Logan Gilbert is going to lead us off at 44th.
Nice.
Is he on your team?
No, none of mine. I wish.
Logan Gilbert's 44th. My guy Bryce Miller, 56th.
Nice.
Luis Castillo, 68th. On your team?
Oh,
Balloon, well, look out.
balloons. Oh, jeez.
Is Luis on your team?
No.
Is George Kirby on your team? 69th.
George Kirby, baby. That's my boy.
I
That's
knew you
my
had
boy.
one of these guys. I knew you had one of these guys. Gilbert's 44th, Bryce Miller 56th, Luis Castillo 68th, George Kirby 69th, and Andres Munoz 101st. And let's not forget about my other guy, Brian Wu. He's finally back. Two games he's pitched.
That is oh my.
0.93 ERA through his first 2 starts, Brian Wu on my team. That is one of the best pitching staffs. We'll have to do a ranking sometime to see if it's the best. What do you think about those guys, Max?
Oh my goodness, Cole Breezy. That pitching staff is phenomenal.
Whoa.
Phenomenal. Okay, and I think those guys are from the farm system, other than Luis Castillo. I know Luis Castillo they signed, but I think the other guys are in the farm system.
I believe so.
Dude, that is why they're obviously winning. Okay, because when your bats are struggling, well, the other team ain't hitting either. Okay, so you might be winning games 1-0. All right, a win's a win. A win's a win.
Might be.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. That is going to be a hard team to beat with those starters. But bats, wake the hell up. Support your crew, because when they're pitching 6 shutout innings and it's still 0-0, I mean, it's got to be so frustrating as a pitcher. Wake up, bats.
The Mariners were 88-74 last year and missed the playoffs, Max. 88-74 and missed the playoffs. They have 5 playoff appearances in Mariners history. Max, is this going to be the 6th?
Ooh, man, it's so early, but we got to make a prediction here. With that pitching staff, I think it can happen. I do think that their bats are good. They are good. They just need to wake the hell up. All right, I think they slip in there because the West is weak. They are weak. Houston is slumping. Angels suck. They're cursed. We brought that up. Rangers, they're going to be there. All right, they're going to be there. Yeah. So it's going to be between the Rangers and Seattle. I think both teams can make the playoffs. Maybe Seattle gets that wild card. I don't know if they're going to win the West against the Rangers, though.
And Oakland always blows. They're a little bitter. This year.
I forgot about them.
They're actually no, they're tied with the Astros.
In the bottom of the barrel.
Angels at the bottom. So, yeah, you got a couple teams at the AL East always going to make it. The AL Central usually is a one team division. I was back and forth on this one, Max, because the batting is so bad. 10 out of 12 categories outside the top 19 is awful. But I'm with you. I think they wake up. I think Julio gets the boys going. He's only 21. He's got a lot of juice. He's got a lot of juice.
Oh, yeah. 21 years old is hard to believe. My goodness.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
The pitchers are one of the best staffs in the major leagues. I'm with you. Seattle's going back to the postseason for the 6th time in franchise history.
Let's go. And they're a young team, too. We love seeing those youngsters out there playing their heart out because they actually have such a passion for the game. They just want to win. They're not thinking about the money yet. They just, let's win. Once that big contract comes into play, then, then we'll start talking about the money and how players start thinking about that a little bit. But for the most part, this is just a young team. We're ready to win. Come on.
To finish us up this week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, some people's favorite segment of the pod, Showtime with Shohei. Okay, let's look at our favorite player here. I don't want to speak for you, but he's my favorite player. Is he yours, Max?
He's up there. I have a handful of guys that I really, really enjoy watching. I like Vladdy a lot. A lot of guys have some swag on the field. They just have fun playing out there. Francisco Lindor is fun to watch. I'll get back to you on my favorite player, but Shohei's top five.
Shohei's my favorite player, no doubt about it. right, first season with the Dodgers. They're currently 29-16, 2.5 games back of the Phillies for the NL lead. Okay, they obviously have the West lockdown. Shohei Ohtani is batting .364. That leads the MLB. He has 16 doubles. That is tied for baseball's lead. He has 12 home runs. That is one short of Kyle Tucker for the MLB lead.
Oh, Kyle Tucker.
Actually, he homered on Tuesday at San Francisco. 446 feet that left his bat at 113.4 miles per hour. My God, try to catch that with a bare hand.
Go breezy. We have a short on that. Dude, okay, we all know San Francisco. You can hit that ball into the ocean, into the bay. He hit that into center field. And that ball almost made it to the damn ocean. What?
Try catching that. Try catching that. He has 30 ribbies. That is 13th in Major League Baseball. He has 117 total bases. That leads the MLB and is 17 more than second place. He has 9 stolen bases. That's tied for 14th in baseball. He has a .431 on-base percentage. That is third in baseball. .676 slugging percentage. That leads baseball by a mile. A 1.108 OPS. That also leads baseball by a mile. He has a 2.9 wins above replacement. That is second in baseball. Max, offense is down across baseball so far this season, but not for Ohtani and the Dodgers. He is top 3 or leads baseball in multiple categories. What do you think about our guy, Shohei Ohtani?
Oh, geez, Cole Breezy. This is why we have a segment about him. That's probably going to be every week now because we love giving updates on this guy. Dude, Shohei Ohtani is the best player in baseball. We've been saying it since last year. We've been saying it since he, 2 years ago. 2 years ago is when we really started talking about baseball. But dude, this guy is just such an exciting young player. Like, I just look at this guy's smile behind me right here, right here. Right. Look at it. Look. He's always smiling. He just loves the game. He has so much fun doing it. That's why it's such a joy to watch the guy. He's such a good teammate. You know, he doesn't just care about himself. He cares about winning. And that's part of the reason why he went to the Dodgers. I get it. I always say the Dodgers are the Yankees of the National League, which they are. They are. But I understand when you're an Angel losing that you want to start winning some damn games because you're the best damn baseball player to play. Well, okay. Best baseball player right now. Eventually, we're going to start talking about him being potentially one of the best baseball players ever. But he's got to start breaking some records. He might have 500 home runs by his 10th season. I wouldn't doubt it.
Wow.
But I love Shohei Ohtani, Cobriz. I know that you do. You're going to get a Shohei shirt, a Shohei jersey.
Yeah,
you're going to auction on a Shohei's cup. You know, played in game.
Nice and slimy. Well, I definitely about once a month I have to thank you. I have to give gratitude to you because you dropped him in our league. I don't know, impatient or didn't care or didn't want to win. I don't know what it was. You didn't want to win. I don't know, but thank you again. I got to show my gratitude towards you.
Yeah.
Because I was the lucky guy who scooped him, and now he's on my team forever. Keeper league.
Yep.
Gotta love Shohei.
It was our first season that we started doing fantasy baseball. Shohei got injured the previous 2 seasons that he was in the league, and I said, you know what? I said, you know what? Since he pitches, he's going to injure himself again. Dropped him. That was the stupid decision I've ever made. And hey, you know, you and I both went to the championship that year, and damn it, you won because you have freaking Shohei Ohtani. So there you go. 2 years in a row, by the way. 2 years in a row.
All right, brother. That's going to do us this week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. A nice, quick, breezy one for these summer episodes. We're big fantasy football, big college basketball guys. You know, that's not going on right now. So we're going to have breezy episodes. We're not trying to fit things in. People are going to be doing things off the field, off the court that we're going to be talking about. And mentioning that, can you talk about that award that we broke down last week, Max?
Ooh, last week, everybody, check it out on our previous episode. Also, we're going to be tossing out clips. We'll be tossing out shorts for NBA's, the 2024 NBA's biggest douchebag. We have 7 nominees, and we need your vote. Coming out today, I will be tossing out the poll to see who you can vote for. Please let us know. We're going to be This poll will be out for probably a couple weeks because I think we're going to push it all the way to the NBA Finals because we want to get every vote possible in there, Cole Breezy. Every vote that we possibly can get. Some of these stories are funny. Some of these stories are just ridiculous. You know, that's part of the reason why they're nominated for NBA's biggest douchebag in the first place. But Cole Breezy also, and everyone out there, you know, we have a lot of shorts out there. We have a lot of different clips. We have a lot of different videos that we're going to continue to post. If you're a big MLB fan, even though we're not diving in too crazy into it like we were last year, there are so many highlight plays that we have in our playlist on the 2024 MLB season. Check it out. There's some big-time plays, big-time home run. Shohei Ohtani, the 446 homer, it's in there. So check it out. Check it out because if you like baseball highlights like I do, you got a whole bunch of them already this season. So, so yeah, other than that, Cole Breezy, look at that hat. That looks a little bit slimy. You wearing that tonight? You gonna wear that?
Oh, definitely wearing it. Zach's gonna be coming up here not too long from now. I think we're gonna be hitting Brooklyn's right by the arena. It's gonna be a great atmosphere for a Game 6 win for these Denver Nuggets going back-to-back Western Conference Finals.
Speaking of cicadas, that frooker just landed on the window. I'm staring at it. They want to get inside. Don't leak. Everyone, watch the cicadas. Keep your doors shut. Close the windows. Put up the AC in your cars because they're coming for you. They are coming for you. Man, I hope you're not farmers out there. You know, if you have a wheat farm, they might be gone. Damn.